They seem to have won my confidence back, that they are fighting for the residents, and I feel good about that.
New at 11, fighting for Boone County homeowners. Dozens of residents near the future Amazon hub site at CVG have complained of thousands of dollars in damages they claim is happening because of nearby blasting.
This is a story you saw first here on WCPO 9 News at 11 earlier this month. WCPO 9 News reporter Jake Ryle has been staying on this story. In fact, he was the only reporter in town at that meeting tonight.
That's right. He joins us live with the action the judge executive is now taking following our initial reports. Jake?
Well, Craig, Tanya, Boone County Judge Executive Gary Moore met with Amazon officials over the past 2 weeks. What he found out was that the first phase of the blasting work here at the Amazon Air Hub site is completed. But before the next phase can begin, he's asking Amazon officials just to completely stop blasting.
Boone County Judge Executive Gary Moore says they have the blasting records.
A step forward that Amazon is taking to be disclosing the data.
But what those records may disclose might not be enough for some homeowners. I reached out to John Murrow with the Kentucky Department of Natural Resources, the state agency which oversees blasting permits. He says there's no requirement for a blasting contractor of this type to use or keep seismograph records. That's information which could show if the permit holder was operating within the blasting limits. Over the past 2 weeks, Moore met with Amazon officials.
I don't think that's enough. We have asked them to do more.
The blasting permit runs through October, with blasting between now and then scheduled for future phases of the Amazon hub. Moore says Amazon needs to stop blasting altogether.
Why not find other methods to remove the rock and to be able to construct the rest of the building without blasting, or maybe with limited blasting?
For homeowners like Tammy McDaniel.
And he says a letter's going out, and I'm pleased with hearing that. I feel like we've been heard.
2 weeks ago, the county asked homeowners to look into having their homes inspected.
I said, hey, why don't you pay $500 to $700 and get a home inspection? I was offended by that. Why doesn't Amazon pay the money to have my home inspected? And who's to say if I pay that money, Amazon would own up to the difference in it or even look at that home inspection?
In May, nearly 120 home and business owners received notices like this, stating that their structure was within the 1,500-foot blasting zone. Some opted to have their property inspected then, but for the dozens of homeowners outside the blast zone, they were given no warning, and now some are left with thousands in damages.
Damage has been done for a lot of people, and hopefully that's still being opened and that they're checking into that.
McDaniel says she's all for the development.
We all want growth, but I don't want my house knocked down for it.
She's hoping the new development to stop blasting altogether moves forward, but she's worried it may already be too late.
What happens if my sewer lines have been knocked out of joint, and then, a couple years, who's going to eat that money to fix that? That's going to be me.
Now, we continue to dig into this story. We have put in a public records request for all of the blasting reports from this site here, the Amazon Air site, as well as the Walton site we first told you about 2 or so weeks ago. We are told that we're going to get those reports by the beginning of March. As soon as we have them, we'll be sure to make them available to you, as well as on WCPO.com. For now, reporting live in Burlington, Jake Ryle, WCPO 9 News.